Have you ever wondered what the most dangerous sports in the world are? In the realm of extreme sports, danger is the name of the game. Participants willingly skirt the edge of catastrophe in pursuit of the ultimate adrenaline rush. The allure of these sports lies in their inherent risk, the thrill of danger, the rush of adrenaline, the heart pounding in your chest. It's a sensation many crave and few truly understand. But with this thrill comes an undeniable risk. These sports aren't just about pushing boundaries, they're about flirting with disaster. Injuries are commonplace, and fatalities, while rare, are a grim reality. The potential for serious injury or death is always lurking in the background, adding a layer of intensity that few other pastimes can match. But for these thrill seekers, the risk is part of the appeal. So buckle up, as we're about to embark on a journey into the world of extreme sports. Let's dive into the top 5 most dangerous sports in the world, starting with number 5. Coming in at number 5 on our list is base jumping. A sport that redefines the definition of adrenaline rush and takes thrill to an entirely new level. Born from the human desire to fly, base jumping has its roots in the 20th century, when daredevils started to experiment with parachutes from fixed points, instead of aircraft. Base stands for buildings, antennas, spans, and earth, the 4 categories of fixed objects from which one can jump. And while the concept may sound simple enough, jump and deploy a parachute, the reality is far from it. The dangers involved are numerous and severe, making it a sport not for the faint-hearted. The proximity to the launch point is one of the main factors that makes base jumping so risky. Unlike skydiving, where there's ample time to correct a wrong, base jumpers have mere seconds to deploy their parachute. And of course, the closer you are to the ground, the less time you have to react to any mishaps. This leaves no room for error, as even a minor mistake could lead to a fatal accident. Over the years, there have been countless incidents of accidents and fatalities that have painted a grim picture of the sport. Notable among them was the death of the legendary jumper Shane McConkey, whose accident in 2009 sent shockwaves through the extreme sports community. It's not just the physical risks that are a concern. There's also a significant mental aspect to base jumping. The psychological stress of knowing that every jump could be your last can take a heavy toll, adding another layer of danger to an already risky sport. Despite the risks, base jumping continues to attract thrill seekers from around the globe. The allure of the ultimate adrenaline rush, the chance to fly, and the sheer exhilaration of defying gravity are powerful draws. But with a fatality rate that's exponentially higher than most other sports, it's a pursuit that is as dangerous as it is thrilling. With the high risk of death involved, it's no wonder base jumping has earned its spot as the 5th most dangerous sport. Surfing the waves might sound fun, but not when they're as high as a 7-story building. That's why big wave surfing is our number 4. Big wave surfing, a high adrenaline sport that takes surfing to extreme heights, literally. Originating in the mid-20th century, this sport involves brave and bold surfers riding waves that are at least 20 feet high. Some have even dared to ride monstrous waves towering over 60 feet. That's about the height of a 6-story building. But with such towering waves comes great danger. The sheer force of these waves can hold surfers underwater for extended periods, causing disorientation, and in the worst cases, drowning. Not to mention the wipeouts can result in severe injuries and even death. Take for instance the tragic incident of Mark Fu, a renowned big wave surfer who lost his life while surfing the infamous waves at Mavericks, a popular big wave spot in Northern California. Fu, an experienced surfer, was held underwater by a series of waves and didn't resurface. His tragic death served as a stark reminder of the deadly risks associated with this extreme sport. Another notable incident involved Maya Gabira, a Brazilian big wave surfer. She nearly drowned while attempting to surf a monstrous wave in Portugal. Fortunately, she survived, but the incident highlighted the dangers that lurk beneath the thrilling allure of big wave surfing. To conquer these monstrous waves, surfers must possess exceptional skills, physical strength, and an unshakable spirit. But even then, the ocean remains unpredictable. Rogue waves, strong currents, and hidden underwater hazards can turn a thrilling ride into a life-threatening situation in an instant. The ocean's power is not to be underestimated, making big wave surfing one of the most dangerous sports in the world. These surfers are not just athletes, they are risk-takers, daring to face the raw power of nature, reminding us that the thrill of extreme sports often comes with a perilous price. Imagine lying on a tiny sled inches from the ground and hurtling down a steep road at high speed. That's street luge, our 3rd most dangerous sport. Now let's delve into the adrenaline-charged world of street luge. Street luge is a sport that originated from Southern California in the 1970s. It was initially a pastime for skateboarders who were seeking a fresh thrill, but it quickly evolved into an extreme sport of its own. The concept is simple, yet terrifying. Competitors lie on their backs on a sled or luge, and use their body weight to steer as they race down a paved street or road at breakneck speed. The dangers involved in street luge are many. The first one is the sheer speed. Lugers can reach speeds of over 60 miles per hour, and they do so while lying inches from the ground with no protective cage or enclosure. All they have is a helmet and some protective clothing. Then there's the issue of steering and stopping. Lugers use their feet, hands, and body weight to steer and stop, but when you're going at such high speeds, the margin for error is minuscule. One wrong move, and a luger can find themselves careening off the course and into harm's way. Notable incidents of accidents and fatalities in street luge are chilling reminders of the risks involved. In the late 90s, for instance, a luger lost control during a race and crashed into a van that had accidentally been allowed onto the course. That luger suffered severe injuries and spent months in recovery. In another incident, a luger was killed during a practice run when he collided with a deer that had wandered onto the street. It's a sport that demands not just physical prowess but also a high tolerance for risk and a willingness to face potential danger at every turn. With no brakes and no protective cage, street luge is a high-speed thrill that comes with immense risks. It's a sport that treads the fine line between exhilaration and danger, where every ride is a dance with death. It's not for the faint-hearted, but for those who dare. It offers an adrenaline rush unlike any other. No ropes, no safety nets, just a climber and a mountain. Free climbing takes the second spot on our list. Free climbing, a sport as old as humanity itself, is a test of pure skill, strength, and mental fortitude. Originating from our primal instinct to conquer the unconquerable, this sport has evolved from a survival necessity to a thrilling challenge. Imagine this, you're hundreds, maybe thousands of feet above the ground. There's no safety harness, no protective gear, nothing but your hands, your feet, and the rock face in front of you. One false move, one slip, and it's game over. That's the adrenaline-fueled reality of free climbing. Now you might be wondering, what makes free climbing so dangerous? Well, it's all in the name, free. You're free from safety equipment, free from ropes, harnesses, and any other lifelines. It's just you and the mountain. It's this freedom, this reliance on pure human ability, that makes free climbing such a high-stakes endeavor. Like any extreme sport, free climbing has seen its fair share of accidents and fatalities. Notable incidents include the tragic fall of renowned free climber John Bakker in 2009, and the fatal accident of Willie Steck on Everest in 2017. These are stark reminders of the very real dangers inherent in free climbing. But why do climbers choose to risk it all? For many, it's the thrill of the challenge. The pure exhilaration of pitting themselves against nature in its rawest form. It's about pushing the boundaries of human capability, testing their limits, and experiencing the world from a perspective few others will ever know. Yet despite the undeniable danger, free climbing continues to captivate and inspire. The climbers who undertake these daring ascents are not recklessly courting danger but are instead embracing an extreme form of self-expression, a testament to the indomitable human spirit. The relentless pursuit of the summit, regardless of the risk, makes free climbing the second most dangerous sport. And now, the sport that holds the title for the most dangerous of them all, cave diving. This extreme sport combines the thrill of underwater exploration with the inherent risks of subterranean environments. Originating from the necessity of divers to explore underwater caves for scientific research, it has since evolved into a sport that adrenaline junkies can't resist. In cave diving, danger constantly lurks around the corner. Divers grapple with the possibility of getting lost in the labyrinthine cave systems, equipment failure, hypothermia, and the ever-present risk of drowning. A slight miscalculation or a momentary lapse in judgment can lead to fatal consequences. Several notable incidents highlight the deadly nature of this sport. The Tam Luang Cave Rescue in Thailand, for example, where a group of young soccer players and their coach were trapped, underscores the perilous nature of cave diving. With a myriad of risks and fatalities, cave diving stands as the most dangerous sport in the world. So, that's all from Discovery Wonder. See you next time and follow the channel.